Have you ever wondered why, when we eat ice cream, pizza, or french fries when we're upset, we feel better? I'll give you a hint. It's the same reason that when we're stressed and we drink alcohol, we feel better. The same way that alcohol has an impact on brain chemistry, so does food. This is why we can feel compelled to eat ice cream after a breakup, or that we might be frustrated about our weight, but then turn around and feel comforted by eating chips. It doesn't make sense until you understand that whenever we eat any high carbohydrate food, our brain releases neurotransmitters that allow us to actually feel good. And that's both emotionally good and physically good. So if you have a pain in your body and you eat something with high carbohydrate, for a little while, the pain is lessened. Now, that doesn't mean that that's something that you should do, because those same carbohydrates turn around, eventually cause that pain to feel worse because they increase inflammation in the body. So, the same way that alcohol is a stimulant and then a depressant, carbohydrates can help us feel good and then make us feel really bad. I want to pause here and reassure you it's not your fault that you're addicted to carbohydrates. I'm not blaming you for the fact that you're addicted to carbohydrates. As a matter of fact, we are all addicted to carbohydrates. We've become addicted to sugar. Carbohydrates, sugar, two words for the same thing. We can throw starch in there, all the same. We've become addicted to sugar because we've allowed ourselves to use sugar as our main fuel source. Because we've allowed ourselves to eat an unhealthy diet. The standard American diet isn't only unhealthy and obesogenic, it's actually addictive. I'm not really sure which one came first, but in the end, although it's not your fault that you're addicted to sugar, it's your problem. You see, as long as you stay addicted to sugar, everything that you try to do towards your health is 17 times harder. I want to make it easier for you. But before we can do that, you are going to need to test my theory, because I don't want you to just take my word for it. You need to figure out if what I'm saying is true. So what I want you to do is get your phone, download a food tracking app, and then I want you to track every single thing that you eat in the next 24 hours. Everything. And if you think that tracking is going to make you a little more careful, track for the next 3 days. Every single thing that you eat. I want you to eat normally. If you eat a piece of gum, track it. Anything that goes in your mouth gets tracked. I want you to see what the number is, and then you're going to come back to this video in a few days. And I want you to put it down below. What number did you find? Now, I know when I did this, I was surprised. For my 3 days, I saw that I was doing around 350 grams of carbs each day. Can we just pause for a moment and understand that 454 is a pound? I was 104 grams away from eating a pound of sugar every single day. Are we surprised that I was 70 pounds overweight? What was I eating that was causing me to reach 350 grams per day? Okay, so if we take away the cookies and chips, which, funny enough, I didn't do those on the day that I tracked myself, still was managing to get up there, because every single meal I had rice, potatoes, or pasta. Every single day I had some kind of bread. All of those foods are very high in carbohydrate. And even with the bread, we haven't talked about what I put on it yet. And can I just say that, being from the Caribbean, when I say I had rice or pasta, it's not one serving, which I feel like even if you go to a restaurant, the chance that you're getting one serving of rice is very, very, very low, because if you make a serving of rice, if you make a serving of pasta and put it on a plate, most of us adults would say that that's a plate for a child. I was eating a lot of sugar and I was unaware. So keep in mind, when the nutritionist tells you that you need to have 2 starches per day, what that person's actually trying to tell you is that you need to have 2 sugars per day, because starch is another one of those words. That's another name for sugar. That's what our body does with it. It breaks it down into the composite sugar, and then it wreaks havoc on our weight and our health. It's pretty scary stuff. Not your fault that you're addicted to sugar. The professionals are telling us to eat this way. We are all addicted to sugar, but it's absolutely your problem, and therefore it's up to you to solve it. Wellness Warrior, now that you've tracked for a day and you've come back to this video and you're ready to start making some changes towards solving it, the next step is for you to make real changes that equal you eat less sugar. It's not going to be easy because my guess is that you might be overweight, you might have physical inflammation issues. I had both. You might be on medication. All of this coming from the fact that you've been eating too much sugar your entire life. But I know that you are committed to your health. So Wellness Warrior, I have a lot of videos that you can watch that are going to help you to address this problem. To get your life back under control by eating a healthy keto diet, click on this video on the screen and I'm going to join you over there so we can tackle this together.